Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Rev, and we are going around America's Great Loop aboard the Here's to Us. If you haven't seen our videos before, you should subscribe if you're interested in doing the Great Loop.
Yeah, subscribe and also give us a like. Today we're going to take you from Thunderbolt Marina in Savannah, Georgia, up to Beaufort, South Carolina. Beaufort,
Yes.
as it's pronounced in South Carolina.
Right, and at the end of the video, we're going to show you how we dock in Beaufort. So
it wasn't a real challenging docking, but at least you'll get to see some of the preparations that are needed and the communication for docking. Leaving Thunderbolt Marina, where we stayed for 2 nights. It was 2 nights, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 2 nights. And it was over the weekend, and I remember we couldn't use the courtesy car because the courtesy car wasn't available on the weekend. So, note to people who are going in the Thunderbolt. However, we did have the Krispy Kreme donuts that were there.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We had a very nice stay there. There was a giant boat that came in, and we followed our breadcrumbs back out. Because if you remember from our last video, we were at Savannah Bend, but we had to move because they were having a fishing tournament. So we moved down just 1.5 miles down the road there to Thunderbolt. Now we're going back. And in the distance, I see something under the bridge where we need to go.
And you're calling it out to me, and I go, I don't see anything. And then finally I focused on it, and it's a barge coming through.
Big barge.
Yeah, and I could not contact him. And so we just stayed out of his way and let him pass. Then went up through the bridge.
It was kind of early when we left, and I was surprised that he was already at work, and then there was quite a bit of traffic out to be early in the morning.
Just beyond the bridge over to the right, well, you'll see it here, is where we were docked for, I guess it was almost 2 weeks. Yeah, it was 2 weeks while we went home to get the house sold.
Right.
And there it is in the background. So today's journey is going to take us all the way up to Beaufort.
Were you okay without putting the antennas down?
So I'd say like probably 30 feet by the 28.
Yeah. Right after we went under those bridges, the one they were building and the one still there that's kind of low, there's a really nice row of houses, and they didn't have docks in front of them or anything, but just really nice area.
We're starting to come up on an area called Fields Cut, and I guess, there was a lot of discussion about this area, but I didn't find it particularly challenging. Of course, we had timed the tides to get through there, and we were following the Bob 423 route.
I do love how they make beaches wherever they want to.
Hello from the bridge of the Here's to Us. Welcome to What Yacht to Do. This is a trip from Savannah, Thunderbolt Marina, where we left, and we're heading up to Beaufort, South Carolina. That's Beaufort in South Carolina. And there's Beaufort, North Carolina, not to be confused. So we are in what is called Fields Cut right now, and it doesn't look too scary. Right now we're showing 24 feet of water. We are on a rising tide. Low tide was about 9 o'clock, and it's now 11:23, so it can only get better. They have dredged this area so it's not as bad as some of the folks mentioned in the past. There's a lot of old notes in the Navionics and Active Captain, and so whenever you read those notes in Navionics or Active Captain, you really have to look at the dates that they were put there. And of course, we have the luxury of following the Bob 423 tracks, and a shout out to Bob. Someday I'm going to meet you and buy you a drink, because you saved us a lot of work here, and we just enjoy your Facebook site and your website and all the tracks out there. So thank you very much. So it looks like a pleasant day to head up to Beaufort, South Carolina, where we're going to meet some friends there, some gold loopers, and just enjoy the town for a couple days.
What's this place called? Freeport Marina. Got a big restaurant up there. We're going along and we start to see tons and tons of traffic. And up in the sky, parasailers. And it's been a while since we have seen anything like that around. And they were everywhere. It was pretty exciting, huh?
Yeah, that just landed on the boat there. Yeah.
If you look around, you see all those boats zooming around and a sailboat there. And we're coming up on Hilton Head. So there are beautiful homes in the area, and also beaches.
And marinas.
And marinas.
And lots of boats, because it's Sunday and everybody's out there.
Yep. So it was a day I prefer to stay in the marina. But here we are, out in the middle of everything and everyone.
And one of the things about this bridge here is, you really need to go through these things with no wake. This guy, just in a hurry to get somewhere, and real close to the bridge there. Really don't know if somebody else is coming around his viewpoint there. So, just be cautious going through bridges like this.
Well, we definitely do, because we have a big boat, but I don't think little boats think they have anything to worry about.
Yeah, well, I sometimes, you really can't see if there's workers on the other side or people with a kayak on the other side of that. And so you're just going to wake them. So just be cautious going through the bridge. I think technically that guy slowed down, like for the, about 100 feet of the bridge there.
So here we have more lovely homes. They're coming up on a marina. There is a...
This is Hilton Head Marina.
It is. Yeah. Hilton Head Marina. We're going to see a sign here in a minute. That's how we know where we are. There it is. And people getting fueled. This is a different marina, though. It's Skull Head.
Skull Creek.
Skull Creek, yeah.
And I remember this because there was a boat out there that had lost one of its engines, and it was maneuvering to come in here, and they were going to get this guy into a face dock situation, because with a twin engine boat and just one engine out, or one engine operating with one engine out, it is a little challenging to do. We had that situation early on in our journey back, I guess,
we almost quit the loop.
And we had to get towed in. It was not pleasant at all. So
the thing about the homes is that there's different lengths of docks and going out to their boathouses.
That is a long dock.
Right?
We have to work on that or pay for it. It seems like a long way.
Right. And so more beautiful homes along the water's edge there. And then there's a beach on the end. So boats have come up, and there are a lot of people out there.
They're social distancing, though.
Yes,
I can
they
tell.
are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome back. We are crossing Port Royal Sound right now, and doing about 16 miles per hour. Trying to get there to Beaufort so we can enjoy the town. It's a Sunday. Don't know what Port Royal Sound or Beaufort is going to be like as far as COVID restrictions, those types of things. So we get there and see what we can do. We've got masks to wear if we have to.
Oh!
Did it bite you?
Yes!
A beautiful day. It is kind of, I guess it's hot today, although the breeze is pretty good up here on the bridge. We've got the scoops open and good ventilation up here, protection from the sun and the enclosed bridge. So we'll be making a turn back in, and we got these big horse flies around here, and they land on you. You can't feel them land on you, but you can feel when they bite you. So we're trying to battle those once in a while, but since we picked up speed, I don't think they can keep up with us. Anyway, we'll talk to you a little bit later as we get into docking at Beaufort City Marina. We're about 20 minutes out from docking at the downtown City Marina in Beaufort, South Carolina. So some of the things that we think about prior to that, about 20 minutes prior, we're going to call the marina and hopefully we'll talk to the same person. That's a luxury, if you talk to the same person that you made the reservations with. And what you want to do is, before you talk to that person, you want to kind of familiarize yourself with what's going on there. And there's a couple ways to do that, is to get a good layout of the dock area. And in a perfect world, it would be great if every dock was numbered and lettered, or some way to identify it, and it was on the chart, like A dock, B dock, whatever. So what you have to do is, and if you could, Rev, kind of swing in here, is I go on Waterway Guide, and I will zoom in and try to get a good picture, and then on my chart plotter I'll take a look, and does it look the same way? And because you see here, this is the downtown marina, and this is, I put this in a north because that way I can talk to the dock master in north, west, east, south, and those types of things. Over here is a swing bridge, which he's probably going to reference to me. And also, so I know this is north, so I see 4 finger piers pointing out to the west, and I see 2 finger piers pointing out to the east. And so right here, take a look at this. This is important. This is the current right now. If I can get that clicked on here, the current is going that way, 1 mile an hour. It's not that big of a current, and I'm not too concerned about it. But just like landing an airplane, you always like to go into the wind. I'd like to go into it. So I called the dock master, and we discussed this, and we both got on the same page of paper or sheet of music, so to speak. And what we're going to do is we're going to come in this way, and we're going to turn around, and we're going to go up this way, and we're going to be docking on this outer finger pier, or what he called the face dock. So it's important that you get a good mental picture of what's going on, and then the words that you're communicating with the dock master match, and then we're all on the same page. It makes docking a lot easier. And then that way you can kind of look and see what's going on with other boats in that area and communicate. The last thing I did with the dock master, I said, okay, you hail on 16, and he says, yeah, but I'm going to switch you to 68. Why don't you just contact me on 68? So we'll be doing that. And what we're going to attempt to do here is try to film the docking. We'll see how it goes. And we got some cameras set up because some of you wanted to see the docking. So we're going to have Rev, our first mate, and she is going to rig for a starboard tie, and there'll be a dock hand out there to kind of help us through that process. So we'll see you in a little bit.
Really was a beautiful drive here. There's an anchorage over, mooring balls there on the side, and then we see this sailing school. Really, really nice day.
In the right center of the windscreen, we can see the marina, and just in the right panel there, you can also see the swing bridge out that way. We're going to be coming around here, and so some of the things that I've taken care of already is taking care of my Garmin as far as what I want to portray on there. I want to have the wind showing, and I'm looking at the wind now. It's kind of calmed down a little bit. So the wind is coming out of the kind of northwest, it looked like, and it may be being shielded at the marina by the trees and the land, so that's a good thing. The current is not that big of a deal. It's a 1-knot current. So as we maneuver around here, we'll be going by the marina. The marina will be on our left, and then we'll make a turn to the port and come back in and tie up on the face dock. And Rev, can you wave? Rev is out there. She's got the fenders situated. She's got the lines ready for a starboard tie. And we are getting ready. So it's about time for me to have a little approach checklist that I do, and basically to match and reduce my throttles, turn the synchronizer off, turn on the thrusters and test them, and disengage the autopilot, make sure my Garmin has the wind and a sonar depth. And I've already taken fuel readings, because normally when we get into the dock, when we turn off the engines, the fuel gauges won't be accurate. So I like to take the fuel readings ahead of time so that I don't have to start the engines up and get a fuel reading on that. So right now, we will be back with you as we turn back into dock. See you in a bit. Yep. All right, we've talked to the marina, and now we're maneuvering the boat. Rev is out there on the starboard side. You can see the swing bridge over here. And we're going to be coming around here, going to be going up current. The guy in the red shirt is going to be helping us. And we're just taking it nice and slow. Wind has dropped off to nothing here, I guess, getting sheltered. So no big deal. Got a little bit of a current. We can see the current kind of going there, so. But as I'm looking at the other flags out there, I don't see much wind at all. So it's a matter of just taking this baby up and parking her against the side there. He wants us down as far as we can go, because we're here for 2 nights, and they want to get us in there as far back as we can go. So right now, just kind of using the thrusters. Yeah, exactly. I love the position here. Rev is asking me if I like the position. Yep. And we can see our dock hand out there. We'll be bringing it back to idle here, because I think I got enough smash to come up here very slowly. We can come up. Okay. Okay. Anyway, and all right, and we got it here. We're good. He's got the bow line. Rev's getting the stern, and she's communicating with me. Ask him where we're going to plug in. I guess right there, huh? Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, that's plenty. All right now is, I could basically shut the engines down at this point, but what I'm doing is, all right, yeah, he wants me to go forward a little bit here, so it's a good thing I didn't shut the engines down. We're going to go forward just a tad. Trying to leave as much room for other boats as we can. There we go. All right, and I don't know what's happening out there. Rev, talk to me. My bow seems to be. Okay, are we positioned that I can turn off the engines? All right, I have the bow thruster and stern thruster in case we need it. Okay, so I've checked with Rev to basically ensure that it's okay for me to shut down the engines. Shutting down the engines, and I still have the bow and stern thruster in case I need to get her close to the dock for one of the lines. So that's docking, and not real challenging today. A little bit of a current, a little bit of a wind, and getting right at the end of the dock so that we'll leave as much room as we can for the other boats, and also be able to get our power cord out and get plugged in. So another day without an insurance claim is a great day, as they say. So here we are, we've docked, and now we're exploring the town of Beaufort, South Carolina.
Yeah, Beaufort is a really nice area. It's built for people coming from their boats from the marina. There's so many shops and restaurants right there where you can walk and get to easily. We did have a great visit from our friends on Vitamin C. They actually finished the loop, started and finished the loop here in Beaufort, and they came out to see us, and we had a really great time.
Yeah, they brought us dinner.
Yeah,
they brought us
really nice.
fried
Shout
chicken.
out
Yeah,
to Ed and Kathy.
Ed and Kathy on Vitamin C. Hey, thanks for coming along on this exciting journey. We're making our way toward the end of the Great Loop, and it's kind of bittersweet, isn't it? It's like we're getting near the end, but it's like we don't want it to be over.
I'm more excited about than anything.
Yeah, anyway. Thanks again for coming along, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up if you like our videos. And also you can email us at crew@whatyachttodo.com if you have questions. All right, see you later. Bye.